The Supreme Court today dismissed the Attorney General's application to adjourn the opposition's substantive hearing from August 1st to a later date.
Welcome to the Chronicles of HP YouTube channel. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe and like this video to support the channel. If you have anything else to say, please feel free to comment your point of view.
The finding of the court was twofold. The court found that the notice of motion by the second intervener, the Attorney General, filed and moved on Monday this week, was incompetent. Despite the fact that it was incompetent, the court went on to rule on the merits of the notice of motion, and the court found that in terms of the merits of the motion, there were no compelling reasons advanced by the second intervener to set aside the orders of July 19th. The substantive matter will now be heard on Thursday, the 1st of August. Opposition leader Douglas Tomuriesa outside the courthouse called for calm from the people and allow the court process to take its course. He is confident for a fair decision to be handed down soon when the substantive matter is concluded.
Our court systems have been respected by the opposition, and we believe that the judgments will be fair, not only for the opposition, but for the people of Papua New Guinea. And today's ruling, again, is in the favor of the opposition, in the favor of the people of Papua New Guinea. And we all know that the substantive matter will be heard tomorrow.
The opposition leader further stressed that their fight for justice was to make certain that the voice of the majority of Papua New Guineans must be heard through the courts.
This ruling now sets the course for us to go to the substantive matter, and that must be done immediately so that the ruling can come back and Parliament can be recalled, and a decision must be made. Maskilo Giamana ran away from the vote of no confidence. Maski, come and face it. Mipla 33 taso, but we are standing strong. Now you ploporting one number can. So I call upon every Papua New Guinean, please stay calm, cool, and let's allow justice to make its way and course for the good of the country.
Meantime, Minister for Justice and Attorney General Pila Niningi was disappointed of the court's decision this morning, but says he is looking forward to the substantive hearing, which commences tomorrow morning.
This is just a preliminary application. It's not a major case. The battle is on. We'll take it on. So I'm happy with the Supreme Court decision. At least the court has handed down decision. So we've got to go from there.
The court found that there were no compelling reasons advanced by the second intervener to set aside the orders of 19 July. The substantive matter will now be heard on Thursday, the 1st of August, which is tomorrow. To this, the Attorney General reflects.
But our application is to get minor things sorted out. The Supreme Court requires us to file affidavits. No ruling was made in affidavits of file. Both parties. The court should give time to the applicants and then to us, and then we agree or disagree on facts.
He further highlighted.
When you disagree on facts, the procedure is that you have to call evidence. The single judge decides. All these rules are not being observed. So that's why I've instructed the lawyers to file. They have to adhere to the Supreme Court rules. This is the highest court of the land, and they have to follow the new rules. So the rules have not been observed.
Meanwhile, the opposition leader Douglas Tomuriesa and the opposition MPs welcomed the decision, declaring that this was wonderful news for the people of Papua New Guinea. He went on to encourage the public to let the court rulings prevail.
And we want to encourage you all to stay calm and allow the courts to make the rulings. We are confident, very confident, in the opposition that the course we are running will eventually come to the dreams and the aspirations and the decisions that we think is right in due course.
He further added the urgency to the substantive matter hearing.
And that must be done immediately so that the ruling can come back and Parliament can be recalled and a decision must be made. Maskilo Giamana ran away from the vote of no confidence. Maski. Come and face it. Mipla 33 tasso. But we are standing strong.
Mr. Tumeriesa commended the opposition's legal team and thanked the four-man bench in the Supreme Court who ruled on two of the matters in favor of the opposition.
The application, which sought to set aside the orders of Justice Derek Hatchon presiding as the single judge on July 19th, ordered that the full hearing would be on August 1st for substantive arguments. Deputy Opposition Leader James Nomane said that after listening to all arguments, the court has reserved the decision for Wednesday, July 31st to set aside Judge Hatchon's earlier decision on the 19th of July.
Have the application of the first intervener, the Attorney General, which sought to set aside the orders of Judge Hudson, which was to have the substantive matter heard on the 1st of August. So after having listened to all arguments, the full court of the Supreme Court has reserved their decision for Wednesday the 31st to either set aside the decision of Judge Hudson to have the substantive matter heard on the 1st of August or allow it to proceed.
First intervener in the matter, Attorney General Pila Niningi said that for the case to proceed, there must be evidence to support it.
The case to proceed, the witnesses or evidence must be collected and compiled in a applications book or appeal book or whatever you call the book. And if any facts that we disagree, then those facts will be tried out. Those things are not yet done. And tomorrow, 3 of the 4 or 5 days' time, the case substantive hearings will take place.
Mr. Nomane challenged the Prime Minister and the government to stop their delayed tactics and deal with the vote of no confidence on the floor of Parliament.
This is why the opposition's in court, because there's an absolute breach of the Constitution. And this current government under the Prime Minister Marape has failed to uphold the tenets of the Constitution.
The Attorney General's lawyers have filed to set aside the orders set for August 1st and vacate the hearing of the substantive application, arguing for the orders to be set aside. Mr. Niningi then called on the opposition to follow the procedures of the courts.
Follow the procedures and Supreme Court rules and National Court rules, and rules are there to guide us. You have to go by the book. That's our main application. We are not here to delay the proceedings. That's not what we are here. We don't have any reasons to delay it. We have the number. We will defeat them on the floor of Parliament.
Meanwhile, Deputy Opposition Leader James Nomane reiterated that the opposition remains committed to the case and looked forward to the outcome.
You should allow the vote of no confidence to take place on the floor of Parliament and test your numbers. Country and Bagarab. Osam nolga member stab nol struggle deal with more people blow plus blow. So we expect that the full court will make the decision on Wednesday to allow the substantive matter to be heard on the 1st. So we can have Parliament recalled in August so that we can allow the vote of no confidence to proceed and we can appoint a new Prime Minister of Papua New Guinea to get the country back on track. So ladies and gentlemen, that's the whole reason why we came to court this morning. because our good friends on the other side are trying to play simple delay tactics. We've had enough of delay tactics. The country's had enough. That's why we came to court. We won't preempt any decision of the full court. We'll allow them to make the decision, and we'll be back on Wednesday to receive the outcome of the Supreme Court decision.
Tamara Agavi, National, MTV News.